Hey, what's up, everyone? It's Mark King here, and this is a story from The Blaze by Chris Inlow. Let's go with Inlow, okay? E-N-N Low, L-O-E. Let's go with that. It could be Lowy. Anyway, so again, the story is by The Blaze, and it's somewhat hilarious, but it's like we all knew this, right? This is what I think. We all knew what they were really wanting, right? So this is by The Blaze, Black Lives Matter, BLMs justifies Chicago violence, mass looting as reparations. Yes, you heard and read. This is actually called a proper title. This is not misleading. I know people who haven't heard before want to think this is misleading, but this is an actual real headline. Our futures have been looted from us. Loot back, yes. It's these white leftist CUCKs, but also those BLMs, right? They're all the same, right? Let's just read. BLM members in Chicago held a rally on Monday to support and defend the more than 100 people who were arrested for looting. Unbelievable. How? But once again, rule of thumb, when a city becomes about 20% BLMs, if you get my drift, the violence becomes uncontrollable. You could point at every single community, every single like nation, every single state, for example, wherever that pocket is, the crime becomes overwhelming. Okay, without fail. Standing outside the police station where the wrestlers were held back, BLM organizer Ariel Atkins, you have to see Ariel Atkins, justified the looting and rioting, which caused an estimated 60 million as reparations. I don't care if someone decides to loot a Gucci or a Macy's or a Nike store, because that makes sure that the person eats. Yes, you can eat shoes, you can eat clothing, you can eat Gucci's apparently. Atkins says, WMAQ TV reporter, that makes sure the person has clothes. That is reparations, Atkins added. Anything they want to take, they can take because the businesses have insurance. Okay. So, by just reading some comments here and there. So, one person who claims to work at Macy's, I'm not sure I'm going to go my comments, claimed like they don't even have insurance. They have to pay out of pocket. And that just means less money for the employees, less jobs for the employees. These people are awful. I'm like this. Somebody takes something from me, you have every right to what's it called? Eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. Like when you're a kid, you don't believe that stuff. You believe in a lot of forgiveness. When you grow up, you realize, look, it's eye for an eye, right? This is not a good person. She should be arrested. Okay. Anyway, this is the comment. Let me try to put the video up. Let's see if I can.
That is reparations. Anything they want to take it, because these businesses have insurance. They're going to get their money back. My people aren't getting anything. Care if somebody decides to loot a Gucci or a Macy's or a Nike, because that makes sure that that person eats. That makes sure that that person has clothes. That's reparations. That is reparations. Anything they want to take it, because these businesses have insurance.
Okay, there it is, right? And it's like we all, like anybody who's what's called, who doesn't have their quote unquote their rose colored glass on, knew what it really was about. It has nothing to do with anybody getting shot unjustly. Okay, it has everything to do with what we've seen through our history, right? Free stuff. That's it. They want free stuff. There's nothing more. There's nothing less than that. Again, it starts very young, right? And I keep saying it. I've been in the school system. I've seen these things, and at a young age, they're even like this. I assume they learn from the parents. About the death of oh gosh, what's the guy's name? No, I'm blanking out. The guy who sparked the Milwaukee riots. Okay, what's his name? Damn it. Anyway, you know what I'm talking about, right? So, like, again, I grew up in the hood, right? I know girls like this, right? You know what they think? They think they hope it happens to their baby's fathers so they can get the same bank. I kid you not. These are people I know. This is what they say. This is what occurs in the hood. Okay? Okay? This is the truth. You know, that George, yeah, that's what it was. George Kirby, that's what it was, right? So, and people who don't live in the hood don't not really understand how these women and these men think, okay? These women, this is what they think. Okay? If it was me, I would never trade my son, daughter, wife for any amount of money. Okay, it just doesn't happen that way. But if you love the hood chicks, it what goes on. That's what they think, you know. Anyway, meanwhile, BLM Chicago released a statement Monday warning that the unrest will continue until the safety and well-being. Then you start arresting the criminals in your community. They'll never do it. Some people just okay. Again, one of the problems with a lot of these groups, they can't self-police, right? So in Asian communities, for example, it's shameful not to be married. It's shameful to be a single mother. In the black community, it's no longer shameful. And what they're trying to do, because the media, again, the media is full on communists. What they're trying to do is normalize, and they've done it. They've normalized it in the black community, where 80% of births are out of wedlock. Yeah, there's no community ever exists, no country exists that essentially survives with those type of numbers. It just doesn't happen. But again, to counter the communists, you actually have to push. You have to push back with your own, for lack of a better term, your own propaganda. You have to push conservatism. You have to push a nuclear family. One of the things that angers me about the conservatives is all of a sudden in 2010, because the media said so, it was fashionable to say gay marriage is okay. Okay, gay marriage, once again, I actually found nothing wrong with it until I understood the communists, right? Understood what their logic is. And okay, so my rule of thumb is like, if the media, the politicians, the corporation on the same side, media, corporations, politicians, if they're on the same side, it's the wrong side. Okay? You gotta rethink your ideas when you see those three entities together, okay? That's my logic. Again, people should always develop their own logic. This shouldn't rely on someone else's logic, right? This is what I've noticed about simple things like movie reviews. People who have no opinions. Okay? They just take other people's opinions and they don't even know what to think. Anyway, I'll leave this here. We're just kind of discussing. Again, it's what we all think. A lot of people in this world are just surface thinkers, okay? There's nothing below their... Okay. There's nothing below the words or your initial thoughts. This is why a first impression, it tells you a lot about a person. Believe your first impression. If someone is a jerk, they're most likely a jerk. If someone's a hoe, they're a hoe. The first impression, it's almost always never wrong. Share, save, subscribe, thumbs up. Hope you enjoyed. Again, I'm on Parler. I'm on Gab. I'm on Twitter under the same name, Mark King, or Mark A. King. Share, save, subscribe, thumbs up. Hope you enjoyed. Bye.